Constructing your life is about much more than just building a bank account. Each week, join real estate entrepreneur and mindset coach Austin Linney as he interviews guests who are constructing their dream lives and impacting the world around them on a daily basis. If you're an entrepreneur or wanting to start a business, or you just want to hear motivating stories of how others have overcome the odds, you are in the right place. And now for your host, Austin Linney.
Guys, welcome back to Construct Your Life. This is Austin Linney here with your Friday Rant. What we're going to talk about today, guys, is the word context. You know, context is an interesting framework because too many times we take our own ideas, our own beliefs, our own view of the world, and we put context around how we should show up, how we should act, how we should do all these things. And in different segments, in different places, yes, you need to act different. When you're in court, you probably need to wear a suit. When you're out at the ranch, you can wear cowboy boots. When you're there, context is everything. But also in the same sense of that, context can also keep you from having an open mind and a growth mindset. Because what you deem necessary for your life, whether it be health-wise, investing, mindset, everything, is not what other people might deem necessary. So we're very quick as people to say, no, you shouldn't do that. But we have no context to their life. No, that's a bad investment. Well, you have no idea how much money they have. You have no idea how much knowledge they have. You have no idea of anything that's going on in their life. So you don't have context. But I'm going to really get down to the root of why this is so important. Is when somebody lashes out at you, you don't have any context to how they feel or what they're going through or what they've been through. And so by you putting a blanket statement on the way they reacted to you and having no compassion for them, you have not allowed them to act the way they want to act because that's how they feel, or something you said triggered them, or they're hurt. And so you wrap context around, well, that's how they are for the rest of their life. I might have got sober, and I might have changed, and I might have grown, but yet friends, family members, the only context they knew of me was he was a drinker. He was overweight. He was an alcoholic. You get what I'm saying? You can change. But we live in a world of context, and people don't want that context to change because then it makes them look at themselves. And if they have to look at themselves, then they have to do the work. And if they have to do the work, they might have to get out of their comfort zone. And if they have to get out of their comfort zone, they might have to change. You see how all that works? So don't let other people's opinions of you, don't let other people's views of you change how you feel about yourself. Because they are only looking through the lens of context. And so instead, when you as a person can have compassion in your heart, that's the context they've lived with for a long time, then you don't hold attachment to anything or the way they feel. And by not holding attachment, you allow them to see you in a new light, and you allow yourself not to be triggered by their context. Everything in this life is a framework. Everything in this life is a view of one's perception. And with that perception becomes reality. And so if you showed up a certain way, if I showed up as an alcoholic for 20 years straight to family functions, to work events, so on and so on, who am I to be upset with them because the context of the only way that they know me as is that person. So you can change, but they need to change over and over again to see a different version of you, to see a different context. And you know how they do that is consistency. Stop talking about what you're going to do. Stop telling people what you're going to do and just do it. And do it over and over and over and over and over again. Because the true superpower in this world is consistency. It's consistency with yourself, consistency with how you show up in the world, and consistency with the promises that you keep to yourself. So remember, if you're upset the way that your family member, your spouse, or your friends treat you, it's because they have a certain framework of context in their life. And so you owe it to yourself to shift the context that they see you in over and over and over again. And once you do that, then they will be introduced to the new version of yourself. So I hope everybody got some value from this, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to Construct Your Life with Austin Linney. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to rate, review, subscribe, and pay it forward by sharing with a friend. Most importantly, take this opportunity to start constructing your life by taking immediate action on what you learned. For show notes, resources, and more information on one-on-one coaching with Austin, visit constructyourlifepodcast.com.